Hi there, my name is Kathy, and I'm going to let you look at some of the C&C cages that we have in our rescue for some of our piggies. I'll be showing you two of my cages. Both of them are 2x4 cubes, which is one of the medium-sized cages. Here's a picture of one of the red ones that I have. This one has my girls in it. This is a wider shot of the cage. And you can see this one has a half a top on it. I'll show you near the end. I have a better picture of the top for keeping other animals out. This is the green cage. I have 3 boys in this cage. They're pretty large boys, and the cage is definitely big enough for them. They enjoy running around. Once in a while, one of my cats will hop in there, and they don't bother the pigs. They just kind of sit there and join in the fun. This is the same cage again. You can see I have a little hay manger in there. Sometimes I put the hay in there to keep the cage neater, and sometimes I just lay the hay on the floor and they just dive after it. It's just a side note. Guinea pigs have to have Timothy hay available at all times for keeping their teeth ground down and for a healthy digestive system. One of the advantages of these cages is that you can see the water bottles can be hung virtually anywhere. The hay mangers can be hung easily. Also, you can hang feeders, which I have in my cages. Some people use bowls, which is fine. I use feeders. Here's another wider angle. You can see I have a little cat ball in the one cage, in the green cage. The boys like to nudge that around with their nose. It's interesting to note that these cages are actually in my son's bedroom. His bedroom has virtually turned into a zoo. It's kind of not his own room anymore. Here you see hanging some bird toys, and as long as they're made with safe materials like wood and things that the guinea pigs couldn't swallow, they're safe for them, and they like to jingle them around a little bit once in a while. Here's another view of the ball that I have in there, and the feeder. The feeder is good. You should always use food that contains a stable form of vitamin C, like Oxbow products we like to use, or Cavilettes is another good one. Some of the stuff you buy in your local stores is not the best, and you need to make sure that you substitute then. If you use those foods, you need to substitute with vitamin C containing fruits and vegetables. Here's the red cage again. You could see the top a little better. It's a shelf, and actually it's folded in half right now. It's covering only half of the cage. You could buy those like at the Home Depot or Lowe's and just ask them to cut it to the exact size you want, and they'll cut it for you. You can bring it home and stick it on top of the cage. Now, I already had one of these, so that's why I have it on there, but I don't really need it because my cats, like I said, don't bother the pigs anymore, so I just leave it on there for now. And this is how it looks when it's folded back. You can see the feeder in there on the left, and near the right I have the hay manger in there too, and a water bottle. Okay, this is a good view of how the top looks when it's opened up. And the girls probably wonder what's going on right now because they haven't had it closed up like that in a while. But it's very easy. And then you could just slide it back open again when you go in to feed them or to clean the cage, to play with the pigs. It's all very convenient. This is another picture of my boys. The one in the back there is Riku. The black and white one in the front, Sora, and the brown one is Phantom. Riku and Sora come from some Kingdom Hearts game that my son named them after. I have no idea. And these are my girls. These guys are not up for adoption. These are my piggies. The two black and white ones are older. They're 4 to 5 years old. They are Belle and Poppins. And the little brown one is Buffy. Buffy was born right in my home from our rescue, and I adopted her. This is one of the smaller cages. It's okay for the pigs because it does provide ventilation, and it has the flat bottom, not a wire bottom. The only issue at all really is, again, the size. Now these are two younger girls that are up for adoption. They have enough room in the cage, but really they deserve a bigger home, and we prefer people who adopt as a permanent pet to get a bigger cage for them. This is Timothy. You can only see Timothy, but Timothy's in there with Pumpkin. They're in another video on the YouTube site, and they're also up for adoption. Once again, the cage is a little small for them, but we do the best we can with the room that we have. And last but not least is another view of the same cage, and there behind the hay manger you can see Pumpkin. And in the cage behind, if you look up on the top, you can see Sally, my rat, climbing up there. They happened to be out of their cage for free roam time while I was up taking pictures of the guinea pigs, so they're out all over the room, and I just thought I'd stick a picture of her in there for a little treat. So if you read the next slide, you can find out where to get information on how to get the cages or how to build your own cage. It's easy to do. Get in touch with us and we'll help any way we can.